heading into the fourth quarter. They get outscored the rest of the way, 35-18. Devin Booker had 24. Durant had 23. Beal, he had under 20 points. Ninth place, 19-17. They got the Clips tonight, 8:30 start in L.A. Gosh, I got to be careful how I say this.
No, say it, because God might say something too.
The more I'm watching this team, I'm disappointed on how they're playing. But Devin Booker needs to step up. He needs to take this team. And I just feel that maybe he's pushing it a little too hard, or maybe he needs to get Grayson or get some more guys involved. But I don't know. I'm watching it. I'm waiting for. I know what Durant can do, but there's a reason why Devin Booker's not an all-star. He's not getting voted. He's not showing up every night.
Well, you look at his average. His average seems to be with 25, 26 points. It's got 24 last night.
But he's not making those shots when you need to make them.
Well, I think Jim, you can answer this. I think that with him being that point guard at times, shooting guard at times, I think if he's going to be the designated point guard, put him there, or go find a true point guard.
Yeah, there you go.
And then go move him to the shooting guard where you score close to 30, 32 per game.
Minucci made a very good point. He's conflicted.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he is.
So that's maybe where I'm getting at, where I said, like I saw him last night. Instead of it just popping a 20-footer, he took it to the hole and he missed. Whereas he's got that 20-footer all day long.
All day. That's his bread and butter. He is a conflicted player right now because he knows that they have asked him to do something, which is the point guard skills, which, yes, he can do, but that's not his comfort zone. His comfort zone is a quality scorer. That's his comfort zone.
And to that point, you talk about that, Rocky. Bill only had 12 points. Well, Bill should never be outscored by Nurkic. He should never be outscored by Nurkic.
How do we know that? Bill has never played on a winning team.
Okay, but
he's never been surrounded by these kind of players. Bill is not who I think we thought he was.
Well, and maybe because he's surrounded by a designated, that true point guard that can distribute the ball more to Bill, more to Booker. He'll get that average up, and then Booker doesn't have to worry about making sure everybody gets involved in the game. And your point, then he can hit that jumper when he has to. He can move and get away. Because it's just interesting. It's just like he's kind of, and I think you're right, Jim. He's a little conflicted on making sure I get everybody involved and then get.
Or should I take over?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I look at that and go, well, Durant's going to get his, Book's going to get his, and then Book feels, well, I got to get the new guy involved, right?
But what I'm struggling with is you got your big three in there. All right, on Friday night against Orlando, they played well. Okay, that was a good game. But Grayson Allen was the leading scorer.
Yep. He went off.
He just was so hot, right?
Yep.
And then they just couldn't stop. I mean, or it was Miami, excuse me. I said Orlando. I think it was Miami. They beat them, 113, 97, something like that.
Yeah.
So the crowd was great. I mean, they took it to a whole nother level. But Allen scores 31 points, and he's hitting from the threes. Beal and Booker, 25 and 20, respectively. No Durant. But I think that's the difference. That's where he comes in and scores. They have the talent.
This they do. This is a team that has talent.
You shouldn't lose to Memphis with their. I mean,
when John Morant is not on the court and you get beat at home by an undermanned Memphis team, that says a lot.
Well, and Jackson and Williams go off in the fourth quarter. Isn't there something you can do to stop them? They couldn't get any stops. They got on a roll. They couldn't get any stops, just like we saw a couple games ago. They lost. They couldn't stop make the stops in the fourth quarter. Plenty of shooting, but you got to get the stop. 18 points against that team.
But this team has had 12 wins on the season. You don't lose to teams like this.
Well, one of the things you have to look at, but Morant didn't play for 25 games.
Okay, fair.
So that makes a difference in what their record is.
But he wasn't playing last night.
Playing last night. That's an excellent point.
He was in a sling.
Yeah, he's hurt. So
Marcus Smart, I know we're talking about maybe they're going to move him again. I don't know, and then Bane had a great game.
Yep.
I mean, so I don't know these fourth quarter issues that they're having down the stretch. I don't know how they're going to clean that up, but Memphis went on that run. I think it was 14-1 or something. They were just going town.
And what surprises me is if Vogel's that defensive guru, why doesn't he have answers for these teams when they get hot to get those stops. I mean,
Because you have to have players that buy into his system.
well, if
And
You don't think-
apparently
you don't
that's
think they are?
I don't think they've bought in totally to his defensive system. You just said the other day that they played really well. Well, they played really well. A, they scored, but B, they got stops in the fourth quarter, and it appeared then that they had bought into his defensive system. In the game last night, it appeared that they had not.
So the big three's in there.
Mm-hmm.
The big three's playing. If you're a gambler, you're betting on them in most cases.
Sure
unless
you
you're
would
playing against a team like Memphis.
sure you would. Without
Even
your big dog.
if Morant's in there, I would still take that bet.
But the thing at the end of the game, the big man for them is going down low, whether Ingram's in there or Nurkic is in there.
Yep.
You couldn't stop him. How about somebody helping out?
Nurkic,
That's
but
Jaren Jackson.
Jackson, the
But
big dude.
Nurkic, he had like a bunch of boards.
He did.
He didn't play that bad
He
at
has
all.
played-
I thought he had a
he has
really good
played
game.
well. He has
But they
played well
couldn't,
this
they
season.
couldn't stop the big guy
So
coming
that's-
down
that's
the lane.
the point.
He's going behind his back. He's laying off the glass. There was nobody to give him a forearm shiver or whatever to stop. They couldn't get the stops reference to. They couldn't D up on those outside shots.
All right. How much time are we going to go down this road again? How much time are we going to give this team with the big three if they're in
There's
there?
plenty of time. I mean, I think that they've got.
So we're getting too worked up in January?
No. I think that the adjustments. I mean, you heard Devin Booker last night say,
Yeah.
"Look,
We should have this
we
down
should have
by
this
now.
down
yeah.
pat by
Yeah.
now."
Yeah.
And I agree with him. I'm like, "Yeah, guys." I mean,
Here, this is what I point to. When Philly did the deal with the LA Clippers for James Harden, James arrives, they lost 5 games in a row. And everybody said, "See, we told you, Harden sucks. He's going to sink the Clippers." What was it that he said when he got asked a question about, can you fit into the system? And he said, "No, I am the system." Well, maybe he is the system. Now, the Lakers beat them last night. It was a terrific game to watch. But my point is that Tyronn Lue figured it out to get everybody going in the right direction after 5 games.
well,
And so far, the Suns have not yet figured that out.
you got Clippers tonight,
That's
Lakers
right.
Thursday night.
Yep.
You need to get it together.
Yeah.
It's time. Let's move
Let's
on.
hope that all 3 guys, because I'm sure someone's going to be out tonight and back to back. Somebody's, maybe got a broken fingernail or
Hangnail.
something's not going to play. Right? Hey, Cardinals announced that they re-signed 8 players from their practice squad, the guys that played on the practice squad or ended the season on the practice squad. So Cardinals made that news